Hi guys. Well, it's about that time that you'll start seeing videos of me promoting the C.J.ROCKER Freedom Rock Charity Gala in support of One Body Village and their very important work with exploited children of sex trafficking. And for those of you who came along the journey last year, first of all, thank you so much. We couldn't have done last year's 12,000 without you. But you're probably very surprised that I committed C.J.ROCKER to another charity gala this year, simply because it was the hardest thing that I've ever pulled off, and I worked myself rather sick, just with stress and anxiety. But we're back this year, and the story I'm about to share is essentially why we are now looking to raise $15,000 for survivors of sex trafficking, specifically children, this year. I met Angela, who is the Canadian president of One Body Village, rather on a fluke. I met her for the first time about 6 or 7 months ago. And by the way, she's a volunteer. So she runs the Canadian division, and just recently she was elected to run the global division. So everything that happens in Cambodia, Vietnam, and Canada is under her, and she does this all on her own resources, on her own time. And so this is a major reason why I felt comfortable supporting One Body Village, because I know that every dollar that we raise will go directly to the children. And when I met with Angela many months ago, she had asked me why sex trafficking. And for those of you guys who were at the gala last year, you know I chose sex trafficking because of the dark nature of this cause, and it's growing exponentially. It is now actually tied for the second highest global criminal activity, only one away from drugs, and it is tied with arms, firearms trafficking. And so I told her that there are two causes that essentially just tug at my heart. I can't fathom that how they exist in our world today. One of them, not surprisingly, is sex trafficking, as you guys know, and the other one is organ trafficking. Both extremely dark causes that don't get enough education, in my opinion, in the world today, in media today. And she sort of gave me this troubled look, like, should I tell her, should I not tell her? And she told me this extremely heartbreaking story of when she was at one of the One Body Village shelters in Malaysia, and she met this little boy, this little 6-year-old boy, who she befriended, and he lifted up the side of his shirt to show a scar essentially down his side. And basically what happened is that back before, when women were sex trafficked and they were pregnant, they were either forced to have an abortion or that child would be born and disposed of one way or another. Now, because the organ trafficking trade is so lucrative, these children are born, and from the moment they are born, they are raised essentially for their organs. So this little boy had one of his kidneys removed, and then luckily he was rescued before more was removed, and he was basically killed. But these children are raised for all sorts of organs and body parts, from their kidneys, which are the most lucrative, to their heart, to their eyes. Everything is fair game, and the market is just so rampant, and there's just so many people who are willing to pay for these organ parts that now sex trafficking is tied to organ trafficking, and they are linked. And so when I heard this story in tears, basically I said, what can I do? Like, there's no way that I can unhear this story. There's no way that I could sit back and do nothing. Hence why we are here today, trying to raise $15,000 for One Body Village and for these children who have not only been sex trafficked, but organ trafficked as well. And so I urge you, please, if you are free on September 22nd, please buy a ticket to the C.J.ROCKER Freedom Rock Charity Gala. And if you are unable to purchase a ticket, or you're unable to make it, then I urge you, please, kindly make a donation. These children, they need our help, and we can't let this happen anymore. Thank you.